Hello everybody, welcome. My name is Neighbor Rachel, and today I will be preparing one of my favorite appetizers of all time, stuffed mushrooms. So if you're a mushroom fan, you're gonna love it. Also, it is the holidays, so if you need to have a go-to appetizer for your guests, friends, family, this is going to be something I think that will please everyone, as long as you like mushrooms. All right, let's go. So just a fun fact about mushrooms, if you didn't know, you can tell when a mushroom is fresh because it will be closed up like this. An unfresher mushroom will be open like this. But I don't think it really affects the flavor. They're both good, but like I said, just a fun fact. So one thing I insist on having in my stuffed mushrooms, and it's all subjective, but roasted red bell pepper. Like I said, you can stuff mushrooms with anything you want. I don't think I said that, but you can. So I'm just gonna show you how I save a little money and roast my own red bell pepper. So I will show you how to do that right now. So I'm lucky enough to have a gas burner, which makes this very easy. I literally turn my burner on to high and I just throw the red bell pepper on that. You will let it roast on all sides until it literally becomes black. I will show you the process. Once it becomes black, we're gonna steam it, and it makes it very easy to peel the black off of it, and you're left with a really, really soft, delicious red bell pepper. I will preface roasting your red bell pepper with this. If you live in a small apartment, even your own home, you definitely are going to need a vent and have the door open. If you don't have a gas stove, you can definitely do this in the oven or on a regular grill. It all works. But you just want to keep track of it, see how it blisters, and like I said, it's going to take a while for it to turn black, but believe me, it's all worth it. All right, so it's been about 20 minutes. I have been kind of circulating, I should say rotating, this red bell pepper. It's almost ready. Like I said, this is going to be the hardest part of the video, but you can buy these in jars at the grocery store. I just prefer to save money and make my own. So I'll show you what the next step is. Next step is I make sure it's pretty much blackened on all sides, and I'll take it and I'll put it into a deli container. You can put it into a glass container, anything that'll fit in, but the most important thing is you want to lid it completely. That way it will steam, and that's how you're going to get that blackened outer shell off, and you'll be left with just a perfect roasted red bell pepper. All right, so I've had my peppers steaming for at least 20 minutes. I'm going to take the lid off. They have been sealed completely. One thing that I did not address is that we do these dry. You don't have to put oil, salt and pepper, or anything on them. They're going to be great just the way they are. So what I'm going to do right now, after the pepper has cooled, I'm going to easily take that black skin off of the red bell pepper. It's super easy. Just rinse it under cold water. Very, very easy. And like I said, you probably pay $7 for these roasted red bell peppers in a jar or more. This is just the easy, money-wise way to do it. All right. So I have rinsed and dried about half of the red bell pepper. That's all you're going to need at most. I'm going to dice it. I'm going to add it with all of the other ingredients in my mushroom mix. I'll show you next. All right, now that I have the bell peppers all roasted, I'm going to show you how to prep the mushroom for the stuffing. You're going to pull out the stem, And it's up to you if you want to remove any of the gills or any of this part. I like to do it so you can get more stuffing in it. So I just take a small spoon and kind of release a little bit of the inside, and then you can get more delicious stuffing in there. And my tip is to never waste anything. So what you want to do is you want to take the stem. You can cut off any, older part of the stem, but take the stem and don't let anything go to waste. Cut it up in, like, mince it almost in little pieces, and you're going to add that to the stuffing of the mushroom. So mushroom on mushroom, perfect. So that's about the size I would like to make it, and then we'll put it in with the rest of our mix, and I'll show you that next. All right, so I've got my hollowed up mushrooms. I'm gonna season them gently with just a little bit of olive oil. You can use vegetable oil, just a little bit, and salt and pepper. You can kind of go crazy with the seasons if you want to. I mean, you can do onion salt, garlic salt. I'm just keeping it simple. So we're gonna do that, and I'm just gonna toss them around for a quick second, and then finally, we're gonna get ready to stuff them. All right, so here we are. We've got the roasted red bell pepper, finely minced celery, onion, and the innards of the mushrooms. I didn't mean to call that. But anyway, we're gonna let this saute with a little salt and pepper, and then we're gonna add the rest of our filling. All right, welcome back. I've been sauteing these veggies for about 5 minutes. One thing that I love in my stuffed mushrooms is spinach, so we're gonna add that. You can add fresh or frozen. This is what I've got on hand, so we're gonna do that. All right, give it a little stir. Let everything incorporate. This is gonna be amazing. I love stuffed mushrooms. I hope you do too. All right, so I've added the spinach along with the red bell pepper, onion. I haven't had any fresh garlic, so I'm going to add a little bit of granulated garlic because I think garlic is essential in this recipe. So we'll do that. And then next, we're getting so close, folks. We're gonna add the cream cheese, then we're gonna stuff the mushrooms. All right, so once all of your vegetables have gotten soft, taste salt and pepper as needed, and then add that cream cheese. Keep it on low. You don't want anything to burn or, get a little too mushy. So I'm gonna turn this off the heat, and then we're gonna stuff the mushrooms next. It's gonna be very exciting. I'm so excited. All right, so here's the exciting part. We get to actually stuff the mushrooms. Okay, so like I said, we hollowed out the mushrooms. I'm gonna take just a regular spoon, take the filling, and just kind of press it into the mushroom like that. It's really easy. And then put it back in the tray. So, cream cheese, spinach, red bell pepper, a little garlic salt. I mean, it's gonna be amazing, right? So, like I said, if you are looking for an appetizer to do on your holiday get together, this is perfect. And I will tell you, it's really good with, like, just as a dip, and then take bread and eat it. It's delicious. So we've got all of the mushrooms stuffed, and here comes the best part ever. Well, not the best part, because this is like kind of great too. So we've got it in a dish, and I'm going to show you how to top them off to make them literally over the edge. All right, you know where I was trying to save money on this channel. So I made my own homemade croutons the other day. We are going to blend them in a pseudo NutriBullet. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, we have the breadcrumbs. There's literally only one more step that we need to do. All right, so here are the mushrooms before we top them off with the breadcrumb and the Parmesan topping. So let's see what happens afterwards. All right, it's time. The mushrooms have been in the oven for about 20 minutes. They look scrumptious. So after putting on the topping of the Parmesan and breadcrumbs, I mean, it's gonna have a really nice texture on the top. So let's see what they look like inside. Okay, so one thing I forgot to say. Shout out Minnesota. Always. And anyway, we're coming right back to the shroom. Like I said, mushroom, spinach, cream cheese, onion, roasted red bell pepper, a little Parmesan and breadcrumbing topping. Let's cut into this and see what happens here. Ah, looks divine. All right, well, tell me what you think in the comments down below. Does this look divine or ordinary? I'm telling you, this could be your next best appetizer at the holidays or your friend's giving. Let me know. Hit me up. Please subscribe. Hey, to all y'all mushroom lovers, I hope you enjoyed this video. I am loving it. So if you're vegetarian and just a mushroom lover, I highly recommend this recipe. If anybody wants to know like exactly what I put in it, let me know. But I'm gonna tell you this, mushrooms are life.